So coastal resilience is the ability of coastal communities and neighborhoods to withstand the impacts and stresses that they face from being close to the coastline. So that typically means the effects of storm surge, coastal inundation and flooding, and other kinds of extreme weather events that result from living close to the sea.
In Miami Beach, coastal resilience is about protecting the natural environment while protecting our hotels, our single-family homes, our residents who live in our city, as well as the visitors that come. So as we're thinking about coastal resilience, we want to build back the natural environment that we've lost. We want to protect the natural environment that we still have. And we want to build our cities so that they can withstand hurricanes and other coastal stresses, such as climate change, sea level rise, and anything else that can come at us.
Coastal resiliency to me is everything. It is about protecting our shoreline, it's about protecting our homes and our way of life on Miami Beach.
Coastal resiliency and water resiliency and protection from rising seas matters to everyone. We have some wealthy neighbors wealthy properties that are going to need protection, but we also have some very low-income communities that are right on the banks of the river that are also very vulnerable to the changing seas.
So this issue is what sparked researchers at the University of Miami to look into a new way of protecting our valuable coastline by merging the best of the engineered solutions, or the gray infrastructure, with the best of the green solutions, or the habitat restoration. I'm really not only talking about a Category 5 hurricane or a Hurricane Irma that comes and causes all this catastrophic damage in one foul swoop. I'm talking about what we call everyday wave attack, where those little waves come and over time wash away the sand from our beaches and hit our homes and our properties and cause a lot of damage over time.
I think that it's important for us to think about how coral reefs, in fact, can help us because they are able to buffer our coastal zones, our communities, very effectively, right? Because of the way that they can attenuate that wave action.
What we're doing is we're restoring both the structure, the abundance of corals, but also enhancing the genotypic diversity of these coral populations, because we're collecting individuals from throughout their range within Florida, growing them again within our in-water nurseries, and then we're planting them in high diversity aggregations. So we're trying to recover these dense thickets, these dense populations of interlocking coral skeletons that were lost because of the seas, because of hurricanes. We're trying to recover them very quickly through active restoration.
So what's been done in the past and what is currently being done in many coastal communities is what we call gray infrastructure. When I say gray infrastructure, I use the word gray to mean cement, like riprap, things like jetties, cement breakwaters, and seawalls. So here I have a small scale model of what we're trying to do off of Miami Beach. So the idea behind this is that it's an artificial reef with a purpose. It actually is engineered in order to reduce the wave energy. So the reason that this is such a great solution is if you think about a breakwater, a cement breakwater without any corals on top that's sitting out off of Miami Beach, that won't grow over time and it won't necessarily keep up with sea level rise. But if you add on the coral to the top, that coral is a living organism and that will grow. So over time, it's actually only going to grow more towards the surface and become a more efficient breakwater.
The Sustain facility is 25 meters long, 6 meters wide, and 2 meters deep, and about half of that can be filled with water. And we have some really unique capabilities. One is the high wind speed that we can generate up to Category 5 hurricane strength. It has a fully directional wave maker, so we can create waves coming from different directions and of different characteristics. For this study, we are running conditions in which we put a dead coral skeletons and we look at how the waves move over them, and we study the dissipation of the wave energy as it moves over that breakwater, both with and without coral structures on the breakwater.
We need to be innovating everywhere with all kinds of different ideas, from living shorelines that can help protect us on the bay to all kinds of things like what we're doing right here at the University of Miami with experimenting on how we can grow our own corals and protect our oceans, slowing down those waves, slowing it down so that it's not coming streaming across our beaches and into our communities. There's a lot that needs to be done, more research needs to be done, and then guess what? We need to start building some of these things as the good ideas come to fruition.